Hi, I'm Josh Davey with Davey Coach, and this is our Elkhart Coach EC2 wheelchair accessible shuttle bus. For any of you folks who've taken delivery of one of these and want to incorporate some additional driver training or just kind of a general how-to with some of the options and features, we wanted to take a couple minutes and put something together for you, for those of you who don't have the opportunity to visit our Colorado location. Starting at this box on the forward of your entrance door, there's a silver key fob. You can insert what we call a Kubota key switch and open and close this exterior entrance door from the outside of the bus. To operate the wheelchair lift, follow me in here. It's important to have the vehicle running, because if you don't, you're going to drain the battery down to the point where you won't be able to start the vehicle again. The first thing you want to do is set the parking brake. You have to initiate the wheelchair lift safety interlock switch and the fast idle switch. Now, the fast idle is not necessary, but it's going to keep your battery from dying. You're going to hear the engine amperage kicked up right there. It's going to sound like you've just got your foot resting on the gas pedal. What it's doing is making your alternator spin faster to keep your batteries from dying while you're operating the wheelchair lift with the air conditioning blowing, the entrance doors open, and the vehicle's working really hard to maintain all of your electrical requirements. So it's a good habit to get into the practice of just putting both of those on at the same time. Let's go back and check out the wheelchair lift. So now that we've got the interlock engaged and the park brake set, the vehicle's in park, we're going to come back here. There's a power on and off switch on the bottom of the lift pump. You've got to turn that to on. You'll get a green indicator light, and the lights will be shining down into the platform area. From there, you want to grab your pendant. Make sure you keep the cord clear of the lift mechanism, because that scissor action will cut this like scissors. We're going to unfold the lift from the stowed position. It's going to come down. This is what we call level. It's level with the interior of the bus. So that's the unfold button on the lift pendant. From here, you go down. Once you get to the ground level, this kick plate's going to deploy. That's going to open up so that you can roll your wheelchair occupant onto this platform up to the limit barrier in the back of the vehicle. Back of the platform lift. Once you get them onto the platform, we're going to reverse this, go up. It's important that the attendant for the wheelchair lift not ride the platform up with the occupant of the wheelchair itself. This lift has an 800-pound capacity. You don't need to add any extra weight onto the between your wheelchair occupant and their chair and any additional equipment they might have on their chair. You don't want to overload the platform with additional passenger weight. From here, you go into the fold position, and that's going to stow the lift back onto the interior of the bus. Once you hear that little squeal, you know you're in all the way. Secure that, close your doors, secure the handle. Let's go in and check out the wheelchair securement positions. There's a cycle counter on the top of your wheelchair lift pump. Every 750 cycles is when you want to have your lift serviced. This hole here is where you have the manual override for the pump. In case the lift stops working and you guys are out in the field, you're going to get your handle off the backside of the pump. There's a little notch on both sides here. Stick it into this hole, and you're going to twist it until it catches, at which point you can pump the lift and it'll come back into the vehicle, or you twist the handle to release the hydraulic pressure, and that'll lower the lift from down, or from stowed to ground to down. You then pump the lift back up into the bus, and when you're completed, then you stow this handle and you're on your way. Now, the wheelchair securement belts, there's 4 floor securements to a set. These are interchangeable. You can put these on any one of the 4 corners. You got a little cleat here that you're going to secure your lap belt to on the opposite side of your shoulder securement belt for where the occupant was. So if I were sitting in a wheelchair and this were on, this would be my back corner position. You're going to lift this little lever here and slide it into your floor track. Slide it over till you see it click. Now you're in place. The red button on here is going to release your rubberized hook. This is the hook that hooks to the wheelchair itself. You don't want to put these on a spoke for a tire. That's a big no-no. Get this on a a welded corner anchor securement point for the chair, something that's a piece of tubular metal where a connection point comes together, but you're looking for solid securement there. Once you hook it on, this will swivel to give you the best angle, and you can hit the release switch. It'll suck up the tension. If you need to tighten it down just 1 or 2 extra cranks, there's a manual retractor on the side here. You can give that a couple of cranks. When it comes time for you to unsecure the chair, hit the red button. That's going to release the tension. You pull that off of the chair, all 4 corners, now the chair is released. To get these out of the floor, simply lift up on the Q-straint catch and it comes out. Now if this were in the back corner, we would secure this onto the cleat. This is going to come up, and across my lap I've got the shoulder belt that is going to have a cleat that secures on the bottom, wheelchair securement belt in that portion, and then we have my shoulder securement that is going to come across my chest and hook into the female end of the receptacle. So I'm secured into my chair. The chair is anchored in all 4 points on the corners. You've got a 7-point securement system, and that's the way that you put a wheelchair into place in the back of your bus. These are really easy to store. You definitely want to take those out when you're done using them so that they're not a trip hazard, so that you're not running over them with a tire to a chair, damaging these. They do have a warranty protection coverage, but it's a good general practice just to take them up off the floor. All the vehicles that we ship out of here, you should have a black storage bag. This is a brand new unit, so we haven't mounted them yet, but they're generally on the back walls here, so you store the belts in the bags when they're not in use. So in closing, that's a walk around of our Elkhart Coach wheelchair accessible EC2. If you've got any additional questions, please feel free to give us a call at 1-800-873-1856. You can check us out at davycoach.com online, and we appreciate your business and support. Thank you.